mistakes haunt us, but do they really daunt us?
Hi guys, welcome to today's extreme deep clean and organize with me. We are continuing the deep cleaning and organizing in the bedrooms, and who is new here, welcome first of all. I am happy to have you here. We already got some cleaning and organizing done in both bedrooms, and today we are continuing where we left off. So to get the full cleaning and organizing motivation, then I will add the previous video in one of the end cards. So once you watch this one, then you can complete it with the first part, or if you would like to watch the previous part first, here is a card to click on it, and once you watched it you can continue with this part. Today we are starting in my son's room. We did organize a lot in here, so there is not really much to organize, or better to say it's nothing more planned for now except a few bits and bobs, but we already decluttered lots of their toys, and I also reorganized his clothes, making his closet more practical, so now both the toys and his clothes are easier to be put away. And now the cleaning gets the priority, starting with the window, so the room gets refreshed and filled with fresh air, and also cleaning the window takes a long time when you clean them from inside and outside, and of course not just the glass but the frame too. And as you know, it's not my favorite chore. I do enjoy to have a clean window, but it's a bit boring to clean it. But I am glad that I gave this window vacuum method a try, although as I mentioned in previous deep cleaning videos, my window vacuum cleaner is a really old one and its wrapper possibly isn't the best, and as I am vacuuming the window it does leave lines on the glass, but I just quickly wipe those lines with a window cleaning cloth. It does sound a lot of work, but actually this method saves some time for me because I don't have to wash the glass, then wipe it clean and dry, then use a glass cleaner solution and cloth to get it streak free, but usually need a couple of repeated spraying and wiping.
Close to the heart, but we can master the art. And the thing is that these scars,
I'm supposed to take the curtains down before I clean the window, so by the time I am done with the window, the curtains are washed and ready to be hanged, but that doesn't happen today. I guess I was so ready to be done with the window cleaning. And this year I decided to wash all of my dry clean only curtains on a low 20 Celsius quick wash, and I love how the curtains turned out. I was a bit worried that I will ruin them, but thankfully they are just as good as the new ones. Then, because this year my deep cleans were more than just cleanings, I am just refreshing and covering any marks made around the window, making it look clean. So next to the actual cleanliness, I am taking care of the visual cleanliness of our home too. And here I just added those clips what I couldn't add to the end of the previous video, but I couldn't start with it either because I wanted to comment on them. So these few clips in the time are between the two videos, and we are getting ready for shopping, but it was a Sunday and shops open late and we got ready too quickly, so we had to wait. And until we are waiting, I wanted to add the new cleaning caddy instead of the old one. As I said in the previous part, the old one had a couple of broken bits and plus was a bit big for the space. But this was the only toy what being replaced after decluttering, because my intention with the decluttering wasn't to add back a bunch of new toys. They will have those anyway at Christmas. Then I wanted to try a different multi-clothes hanger. I liked what I had, it was working, but this hanger takes up even less space than the one what I had as a space saver hanger. And this one keeps the clothes and the closet more neat.
but they are just small scars. We should never be afraid of them. You and I know when we are too far apart.
Then this is the project what doesn't make the room look or feel cleaner, but it does add to the cleanliness. So before we knew about the peeling paint behind the bed, I decided to make a headboard, and the peeling paint just confirmed the need of one. We struggle with mold in the winter months, and I thought let's try to add a headboard to the bed so we can pull it forward a bit without the pillows falling behind the bed. And what that does, it lets the wall to be better ventilated, what theoretically should help to decrease the chance of the mold forming, or at least to slow it down. I am hoping by painting the wall with bathroom paint and letting the wall to have a chance to dry will help, and we won't have a crazy mold growth, and that outside wall can breathe, so we won't need to vacuum the paint off the wall anytime soon. And I just popped in our room to start painting it because it does need a couple of coats of primer and paint to be nice and white, but in a minute we will continue the cleaning in my son's room.
Everything just falls apart, so I just close my
So I am back and now we can start dusting. I am quickly wiping the windowsill, then we can start the dusting with the highest surface and work our way down to the floor.
And dream about our kids and how they're running around.
If you can, then always make sure that you dust and clean from top to bottom. So for me that means to start with the top of this bookshelf. Today I won't reorganize this bookshelf, but once I get in line with my plans for his room, then a couple of things would move from here and a couple of other things will be moving in here. So until those changes doesn't happen, it would be just time and energy wasting to reorganize anything on this bookshelf.
Won't you come and lay down next to me?
One thing what I definitely want to move from here are his trophies and medals, because I want to display them for him for two main reasons. One, to encourage him to continue his hard work because it is appreciated, and also to show him that we are truly proud of him. We do tell him and we do celebrate all his wins, but I feel like by making the effort to find the designated space for his wins would show him even more how proud we are. To me, definitely wouldn't be convincing if someone would say, I am proud of you, but would hide my trophies or just wouldn't care. I know those are only statues, but they are also reminding you that you've done or reached something good, and they are encouraging you to do even more.
Close your eyes and we'll be free. I'll keep my head high while we're crossing the land with all the miles we laid down.
As I was decluttering and now I am deep cleaning in this room, I keep rethinking all my plans for this room and trying to visualize them, and what I realized is that maybe I have too many plans than space for all of them, and although they would be a great ideas and would make some things easier to store or pack away, I'm afraid space-wise they wouldn't work. So I have to choose those what I know we definitely need them, then the rest or I have to put aside or I have to rethink.
It's gonna take us some time, but I won't give up, though I know it is tough. We need to break our patterns. It's better now than after we have drifted off too far. Let's tear down these walls our destiny has called. We're walking down a path, and the wind will change at last, like a song about our past. So I'll just close my eyes and dream about our kids and how they're running around.
I quickly tidied up the top of the colors to be able to wipe the dust. Now that I did this huge decluttering and organizing, it seems like the top of this colors doesn't get so cluttered. Now I do enjoy to put his clothes away because I have space for everything. Also, now that many things been removed from his closet, there is space to walk in and you don't have to stretch your muscles to get something out from there, and it's just such a good and relieving feeling. So it was so worth it to get the time to sit down and organize. But to be honest, organizing always has its worth, because if you do it in the right way, it makes your life way easier.
Won't you come and lay down?
Then I nearly forget to dust his pictures, and one of the pictures did slide down, but it's strange because I used sellotape to keep it in place. And as I took them down, I just remembered to paint the wall here because I saw the marks what the previous two frames left behind when they fell off the wall, and plus I marked the wall to find the right center position for the frame, so a drop of paint or a lick of paint can do its magic and erase all the marks.
Next to me, close your eyes and we'll be free.
And in the same time, I am just starting to clear the floor to prep it for the floor cleaning. So anything what is movable goes out or on the bed to free up the floor so I can clean it more easily and effectively. This table area is quite boring and plain, so as a first thing I think this has to get some transformation. My idea is to make it into a space that is inviting for creative activities, and also I am thinking to add a shelf here for my son's trophies so they will be more visible and easier for them to show off on camera for their grandparents, and just out here to spread some motivation energy. To be honest, I wouldn't have the motivation to sit down and draw or do anything creative when a blank, plain, boring wall is looking at me. I know we say to clear your space and create a blank canvas before you start to decorate, but when you had nothing there before, it's just hard to start from somewhere, and also that's another story. I already have a picture in my head, so all it left is to start to create it, but I am that kind of person who has to first see it in real before she can decide if it's good or not. But I cannot wait to create something here. I am also cleaning and clearing this corner of the room because I don't often have the time to move everything and vacuum the floor, and they do have rice and Play-Doh for their cooking, what always gets on the floor. This time they had many dry Play-Doh pieces as well, as you can see it. This area needs some transformation too, but one what is more on the organizing side, because the current setup makes it hard for them to put the cooking related items to their place, so we have to look into that as well.
Let's rejoice of what will come. I have made the choice of thinking.
Then here we go, my first ever corking. I never ever in my life used cork or anything similar, but my husband did forget it at home, and I was like, I can figure out how to do it, so I don't have to wait for him to get home. And I did it, and it was really easy, but I am glad that I gave it a try, because now one more thing what I can do without help, and nothing makes me more happy than when I learn something new and I don't have to rely on somebody else, because as I said, I find it hard to ask for help, but I don't recommend for everyone. You should ask for help if you need to. I am just this type of person who had to learn to be more independent like the other kids in her age group, and since this is how I grew up, it's hard to break the cycle. And also I hate when I have to keep ask someone to help me because I don't have the skill for it, so I am trying to learn all the skills what I need to be as independent as I have to be to achieve all my dreams and goals and to bring my ideas to life. I knew there isn't much left, but I was hoping I can do at least this little section what you can see next to the Kallax unit. But as I was changing position to be easier to make the line, I ran out of cork, and I've been left off with a gap between the two cork lines, so I quickly called my husband to bring some cork on his way home. Thankfully he had one in his van and he was close to us, so he saved the day and I was able to get the war room done, what was even better. So because I knew there is not much cork in the tube, I originally wanted to get those sections done what are visible. This is why I haven't moved the bed or any other furniture, but now that we have enough for the war room, I just move the furnitures and get it done, so that can be crossed out from the list. One more thing what I loved in this corking project, next to the improvement what it made on our home, is that I needed to move all the furniture, and if I move them then I clean the area. So this deep cleaning session was really a deep clean, and I feel so accomplished and happy that we got so many things done. I cannot even describe the feeling, but yes, it's just like the light at the end of the tunnel that I am finding my way back to myself. Now that I finished with the corking, it's time to get on with the cleaning as well, and I think all it left is just the floor cleaning, because everything above that been cleaned, washed, dusted and repainted, so now it's time to clean the floor and put everything back to its place. Now that I did remove the Trofast toy organizer from under the bed, it looks quite empty and sad, but I already have and had plans for this area. And although I got rid of a storage, I still want to add some storage back, but something smaller, just for my son's smaller cars, because those what need a bit of better organizing. And maybe the board games will be moved here as well, but let's see first what kind of organizer unit can I find. My goal with this underbed area is to create kind of a kids cave, an area what will encourage them to connect and play together. I wanna leave the table tennis out here because they do like to play with it. The only thing what I wanna do is to make a stand with some storage for the other boards what comes with the table tennis, but if I can find one like what I want and it comes with the pool table as well and is not too big, then I would go with that one. And of course we need to change the carpet there as well, because it was a temporary solution, but 3 years went by and we still haven't changed it.
I was quietly protective of my heart to reassure that I couldn't break.
Then I am just placing those stuffs back where I already cleaned the floor, so I can clean where I haven't yet, then more floor cleaning and more back placing.
To pieces and be left alone once more. If I hadn't been so patient, you'd be easy to ignore. You put up with all my...
I won't clean his rug because it's quite clean and it's too late today, and I am running out of time to edit the video in time because I wanted to get so much done. So because it's not something what is necessary, I can skip it for now.
Till you didn't anymore. And now I stand here calling at your door. Oh, no.
I absolutely love when the house feels this fresh. I wish I could give our home a deep clean like this every week.
I stand here calling at your door. Yeah, I'm yours. Anywhere you want. Yeah, I'm yours. And now we're singing.
And the curtains got washed, they haven't shrunk, they haven't teared, what means that from now on I don't have to worry to wash them.
I have made a lot of mistakes, I have been too self-involved, been protective of my feelings, but somehow you made me fall. You got underneath the surface and you shattered every wall, and I know I got that feeling, there's no question anymore.
The wall is dry, so I can replace the pictures, and I did retape the pictures, so hopefully it will stay on its place.
And now I stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand here.
Then a bit of tidying after myself, then we are nearly finished with his room.
Calling at your door, yeah, I'm yours. Anywhere you want. Yeah, I'm yours. And now we're singing.
And now that my son's room is done, it's time to finish the cleaning here as well. We already got the most of the cleaning done in the first part, but we still need to get the floor cleaning done and organize my daughter's toys as well. And I started with her stuffed toys, but there have only been a few pieces what she isn't using. Now comes her bookshelf. She doesn't have many toys because with her I was already more conscious about the amount of toys we bring in. So her toy selection is really narrowed down to what she likes, what is age appropriate for her, and toys what are more girly toys like dolls and accessories for dolls. But of course she still can play with the toys what are in her brother's room.
Of my heart to reassure that it couldn't break to pieces and be left alone once more. You got underneath the surface and you shattered every wall, and I know I got that feeling, there's no question anymore. And now I stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand here calling at your door.
Because she doesn't have too many toys, there isn't much to declutter, mainly toys but she isn't really using anymore. But other than that is mainly reorganizing things in a more practical way. Also, I wanted to change the storage boxes because those been taken out from her previous storage unit and I just want to sell that one. And what I do is that every toy what I sell, I put the money aside so we can spend it on making their playing more fun. Like we did build a play house for them in the garden, and that they need a couple of things like a play kitchen or something, a couple of chairs to sit down, so we can spend it on that, or we can spend it on upgrading the table tennis as I mentioned. Anyway, it's just a bit of budgeting tip if you would like to upgrade the toys but you don't have the budget for it. But back to the organizing. As you know me, I like to use anything what I find around the house, and this time I found those wire baskets from Poundland. We had them for a long time. I used them in my son's wardrobe and now they worked out perfectly for my daughter's toys, and I like that she can see what's in them.
And now I stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand here calling at your door. Yeah, I'm yours. Anywhere you want. Yeah, I'm yours. And now we're singing. Yeah. What if I would tell you that things don't happen once, they always come back? What if I could throw us back to the very moment when we had our luck? Suddenly it's clear to me, you're all I ever wanted, can't you see? Got to follow through in a game.
I also wanted to add a picture frame as her sticker board so she can stick her stickers what she gets from nursery on that, but first I just gave it a try with one of our pictures in the frame to see if it would fit there or would look as good as I imagined, and in the end I ended up changing it.
Aim for two, it ain't the way I want it, got to follow through.
I needed one more organizer but I didn't have anything to use, so I just took one from her drawer. I might going to change all of her toy organizers because they are clothes organizers, but to be honest, in the same time they aren't really any different than her previous organizers, what were proper toy organizer boxes. So the only reason why I would change them is to change them to a plastic one which is more sturdy and hard wearing, and I can wipe them if they get dirty, but we will see it. I ended up adding a small decor ball for her stickers so she can put them in there and count them and do anything with them what she wants, because if she sticks them on the frame glass, after a while the stickers would need to be sticked on each other, so if she would love to take them off she might won't be able. And I also added a flower to make it a bit more pretty and a tray to keep things more content. I was planning to paint her shelves and drawers, but there was a few extra things to get done what I wasn't expecting, so this again will fall behind for now.
Should've got you when we started, got to follow through. It ain't the way I want it, got to.
Then I just tidied up the decluttered toys. I still managed to declutter a bag of toys, so it's not too bad.
Follow through. What if you would tell me that things don't happen once, they always come back? What if you could throw us back to the very moment when we had our love? Suddenly it's clear to me.
She brings her nursery drawings and paintings home every week, and on the weekend she likes to show them for their grandparents, so I added them in a zip folder, but I don't plan to keep them for a long time, so as the folder starts to fill up I will get rid of the oldest ones because there is way too many to keep all of them.
You're all I ever wanted, can't you see? Got to follow through in a game for two. It ain't the way I want it, got to follow through. Oh, oh, oh.
got to her bed. This time I haven't washed the mattress covers, but they've been washed a couple of months ago. That is just not enough time to get everything done, but at least I vacuumed a bit to get rid of any cat fur or dust what is in there.
It ain't the way I want it, got to follow through. It ain't the way I want it, and I gotta follow through. Gotta follow through. It ain't the way I want it, got to follow through. I gotta follow through. Got you when we started, got to follow.
Then I don't know what's happening, but any bedding cover what I pull out is a different sizing and it doesn't fit the duvet insert, or they are too small or they are too big. I think there is only one what is perfectly fitting this duvet. I need to go through her bedding covers and check what is good and declutter those what aren't fitting.
Hey, I try my best to talk to you, tell you about the things I like to do. You know you're
I am just taking the clothes off so I can take the error out because I wanted to get the floor cleaned done before I have to pick up my daughter. It's easier when no one is around, so I don't have to keep reminding them to be careful because the floor is wet or the rug is wet.
just lighting up the room, up the room.
I am trying to remove everything what I can from the floor for an easier clean. The only thing or things what I won't take out from the room, although I am able to, are the nightstands because we already cleaned that area a couple of times, so they don't really need to be removed.
Do you always look this beautiful? Can I kiss you when the night is through? Because right now it's all I wanna do, wanna do. Your lipstick left a mark on my cheek, so I keep thinking of you. Whoa, you wanna do it again, you wanna do it again.
When it's about rug or carpet vacuuming and you are deep cleaning, just take your time to vacuum them from many sides, especially those that have longer piles, and vacuum it way slower than you usually would. And what this does is giving more time for your vacuum to pick up more dust and hair and dirt. And by vacuuming your rug from different sides, it gives your vacuum the chance to move those piles around so it can pick up more dirt. If you look closer, I am sure you can see some dirt or hair what got stuck in your rug piles. And if you don't let your vacuum to suck that area for long enough, or it cannot move that pile to make the hair or stuck dirt to move and eventually get untangled, then you just leave your rug still dirty, and of course this lets the dirt to accumulate over time. So for a cleaner and less dusty rug or carpet, once a month you can give a deep vacuuming, but of course if you have the chance to do it more often, then the more the better. I am doing the same method with my carpet cleaner as well, so slowly and from more sides, but I am sure if you tried or you have a carpet cleaner, then you already learned that you cannot just run across your rug with it. I mean, you can, but I am sure you won't see any change other than your carpet being sprayed with water.
Get some time. Whoa, can I see you?
Nice and dark, and because I use the express clean, there isn't much water in the tank, but the rug being cleaned, as you can see from the darkness of the water. I am not cleaning this carpet as regularly as in the living room because we don't spend as much time in here like in there, but still dust accumulates, so time to time it's nice to refresh it. The floor is done, and that was the last cleaning chore what needed to be done. So now I have to paint the wall so I can bring the headboard and place it behind the bed. And once my husband gets home, he can fix it to the bed because there is no drill at home. But I am thinking to buy myself one for my DIY so I don't have to wait for him, or sometimes we would need to fix something, but all his tools are at his workplace, and it's so annoying when you have the tools but in the same time you don't have them. I quickly painted the marks on the wall next to the door first because I already used the paint in my son's room, and here I need bathroom paint, and for that I had to wash my brush.
Again, can I see you again sometime? If you'll be standing by your door, I'll pick you up at 8. I said, whoa.
So to make this wall more mold and moisture resistant, I am using bathroom paint to paint it. If you have outside walls but gets moldy, you can give the bathroom paint a try. For us it really helped in our previous home. We didn't have window in the bathroom, and after a short period of time the paint peeled off from the ceiling and was moldy above the shower, and after painting it with bathroom paint we never had any mold or peeling problem. And hopefully this will be the case here as well, but I am of course aware that this isn't a long-term solution, but to be honest, if it helps through the winter time, I wouldn't mind painting this little section before every winter. Then of course it does need a second coat, but because it's an outside wall it takes longer to dry, so as for now it has to stay like that, because as you know we will need to soon travel home and many unexpected things happened after that, but that one coat will give us enough protection until we get the time to paint the second coat too. Then of course he haven't bought any tools home because he didn't know he need to, so for now we just squeeze the headboard there. Since we are not using this bed it cannot move, and tomorrow we can fix it. I didn't want to stop finishing the cleaning just because of this hiccup. There isn't much, so I will just keep pushing it to finish today.
You wanna do it again, you wanna do it again sometime. I wanna hear your voice over the phone. Can I call you when I get back home? So we can talk about you and I, you and I.
We haven't mopped the floor yet. We did vacuum it a million times, but we haven't got there to mop it yet. So finally here we are steam mopping, which means there isn't too much left.
Oh, can you tell me what you wanna do? I'll do anything you ask me to. As long as
I took the rug out so I can vacuum all the hidden dust from underneath the rug so I can finish the mopping.
As long as I can spend the day with you, day with you. Lipstick left a mark on my cheek, so I keep thinking of you. Whoa, you wanna do it again?
So now let's clear this bed by taking off the stuffs what I placed on the bed for the floor cleaning. Then I also need to fold the clothes what I took off earlier today.
Wanna do it again sometime. Whoa, can I see you again? Can I see you again sometime? If you'll be standing by your door, I'll pick you up at 8. I said, whoa, you wanna do it again? You wanna do it again sometime? I just can't stop thinking of you. Whoa, you wanna do it again? You wanna do it again sometime? Whoa, can I see you again? Can I see you again sometime? If you'll be standing by your door, I'll pick you up at 8. I said, whoa, you wanna do it again? Again sometime. Oh, you wanna do it again? You wanna do it again sometime? Can I see you again? Yeah.
When I was organizing my son's closet, I needed an extra box, and to be cohesive, I did take one from our room, and now I am short with one box in what I kept our Christmas pajamas. So as for now, I have to chuck them in there until I buy a new box.
By your door, pick you up at 8. I said, whoa, do it again sometime.
This fall I bought a few new artificial flowers and stems, and they aren't fitting in the box, so I need to buy a bigger one in which I can fit both the decors and the flowers, or one in which I would fit all of my seasonal flowers and stems. I haven't decided which one to do, but one of the solutions has to happen, because as I am cleaning in here I still have the Halloween decorations on, and that box has to be upgraded to a bigger one, because I did add a few new Halloween decorations and artificial plants as well. And although there is truly a few new pieces, but the artificial plants are more bulky, so they need bigger space. After I took the Halloween decorations down, it did mess our room, but soon you will see the chaos, because I cannot not show it to you guys, because that's part of my life. There is chaos, there is spotless cleanliness, there is in between, but this is the real life. We all have our ups and downs, and just because you are in that part of your life and it's always mess and you struggle with keeping up with your cleaning, that doesn't mean that you never can have a life part when your home is clean and smells amazing and there aren't dirty dishes in your sink. So instead of beating up yourself and driving it crazy, sit down and find the source of your messiness. Do you have kids? Do you have a busy lifestyle? Are there any health issues or family problems that take away all your motivations and energy? And once you figure it out, you can find the right solution to sort that issue, so your life will become calmer and you will have more time and better focus on your home or on anything else. For us, there is a bit of everything, but I know that the kids are growing up so quickly that this is only a phrase when toys are out, no time to fold clothes or clean a room without being interrupted 100 million times. We are busy all the time with the kids and with the house, always renovating something or working to a more organized, better looking house where we feel at home, but I know that we'll stop one day or at least slow down. So whatever makes your life harder, it has a solution. You just have to find it, or sometimes wait it out until that phrase passes. And just as I did with the other beds, this bed was no exemption, so I vacuumed off the dust and pet hair. So now we can make this bed look and feel cozier by changing the bedding covers for us too. And I just love that now the bed is looking more like a proper bed, and all we did is cutting a piece of ply and painted it. I was keep putting aside to buy this bedding like for a year, because I have enough, we don't need a new one, but after a year of keep seeing it and craving it, I bought it. I just love how simple but still elegant it's looking, and it was only £16, so it's quite a good bargain, to don't miss it out.
It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep, 'cause I'm not tired. I'm thinking about the days we used to shine.
So until I make the bed, I just want to let you know, guys, that the next part will be the Christmas clean and decorate with me, and I will try to squeeze it all in one video, so in case you guys aren't a big fan of many Christmas themed video. And then also there is plenty of organizing and deep cleaning what I want to get done before New Year. We will skip one video what's supposed to go live before the Christmas decorating, but now it will go after, because my son had chickenpox and it did slow me down, and now our daughter has it, but now I should be good to edit faster. So it's not a promise, but on this week there will be 2 videos, this one and the Christmas clean and decorate. And don't let you fool you the decorating, because we are doing our everyday speed clean as well, just with a bit of extra to get ready for the holidays.
When we were young, I told you that we should start a band and reach for the sky. It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep. I'm just not tired. I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside and I kind of feel like cold.
And a quick tidying for the dresser, because that's the first thing what gets cluttered in this room. Then not to forget to clean the mirror, and we are done with our big deep cleaning series. But that doesn't mean that there will be no more deep cleaning until spring, because here is always plenty to clean or declutter or organize, and many house project plans. So after a bit of break of Christmas decorating, we will be back to turn our house a clutter-free, clean and cozy home. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a lovely week, and I see you in my next one. Oh, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. It's free. Bye, guys.
But it's too late now. I
just miss you.